Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Joe has requested that we talk to Yuri, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see as things are getting creepier what the already creepy poem girl would be saying.
I think you're going to be disappointed. Her poems are going to get more and more light and fluffy as everyone else's gets darker and darker. Just kidding. We tried to save the load the file that said save me load me, or the poem said save me load me. I tried that and it didn't do anything. So I hope you're not. There's nothing to be disappointed about if you thought that was a thing.
Yeah. It's my turn. Let's see how it compares to yesterday's.
She's like the largest of them, right? She's the tallest,
She seems the tallest, yeah.
but you give her like a really small voice.
I try to give her a quieter voice because she seems really shy.
I see.
If that. Oh, yeah. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Ron. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem?
They all take notice.
Yeah. Or Sayuri's, perhaps.
Well, I guess you could say that.
I thought so.
I even say we even like did some things that Sayori liked. I think I remember that actually. We did mostly Natsuki, but Sayori like jumped in the air.
Yeah. It's because she likes. I think a couple of things that we clicked on were also like food.
Oh yeah. I'm happy for you is another statement that sounds like condescending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Isn't that. I mean,
Well, look at her
that's.
face.
She just looks embarrassed.
Oh, okay.
She,
Maybe
she,
I'm wrong.
I think she's shy.
Maybe I'm misreading this then.
I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. See, she's fidgeting. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything.
Hurry.
Eh?
Sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I'd probably just do a terrible job.
I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring.
I should be more daring.
Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings.
It's really interesting she's saying that she writes her poems for herself, but I'm actually doing poems that I'm trying to gear towards a certain audience, that being Nasuke.
Yeah. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see.
Thank God
That's
Lily's not here.
Lily?
Tawa Shoujo, blind woman.
Oh, right. Yeah. God, what a blast from the past. I was like, who's Lily? Is she a part of this game?
No.
That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh god, cursive. I forgot she writes in cursive.
That's the thing I hate most about her.
You got all that? Okay.
Yeah.
The raccoon.
It happened.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I figured you did the last one.
Yep, it's your turn.
It happened in the dead, and you do all the women's voices anyways. It happened in the
Yep.
dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious as well aware of the consequence. Well aware that a raccoon, I almost said psycho, that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. What? The bread. She's just obsessed with knives now. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon and urge? Is that what that says?
Racoon and urge.
An urge, yeah.
Yeah.
The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. Yeah, her knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. This sounds very ominous. Maybe there's a word.
This sounds
Sick?
very self-harmy to me.
Self-harm?
Yeah, this seems very self-harmy to me.
Also?
Well, she says in the poem, the raccoon is just an urge, and she keeps referring to her knife in cutting bread. The bread, she says, is a hungry curiosity. She seems to be someone with like a lot of like self-esteem issues, and I would not be surprised if the bread is technically just her, and she's using the knife, and yada yada. And
What
she
about the
says that
raccoon?
the raccoon has taken to following me, and that's her urge to self-harm. And she also says that the raccoon has gotten hungrier, which means she is doing it more and more often. That is the meaning that I get from that. What do you think?
I'm terrible at trying to understand hidden meanings behind things like that. Writings. I had to do it in English for a while, and I don't know. I tried my hardest, but I thought she was like I thought she came off as like a serial killer.
Oh. I thought this is supposed to be your thing, Mr. Psychology Man.
Psychology? No. I did the psychology I did was very like I looked at psychology from all sorts of different angles, like neurological, and there was some. I don't think there was any Freud or Jung. No, they did teach us a little bit of that, but it wasn't really psychology in that sense that like interpreting things like that. It was more about the human nature.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I didn't I'm not a psychologist. I didn't get a master's degree in psychology.
No, you got
I got
a.
BS.
Yes.
I can
Sorry.
BS. I can BS psychology, but I can't. I can't actually psychoanalyze anything.
Oh,
Plus, this is English class.
yeah,
This is like something you would do in English class, and is interpreting someone's message behind their writings.
yeah.
And I took like 2 English classes.
Okay. Well, that's just my interpretation. I could be totally wrong.
But I do know what Pavlovian means. Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah, everyone knows the famous Pavlov.
And I feed myself again. Yeah, the raccoon seems... the raccoon is like another part of her. Is that right?
Yeah, she referred to it as an urge.
It reminds me of... have you ever watched Dexter?
The cartoon or the TV show?
Dexter. The other one's Dexter. The cartoon's Dexter's Lab.
Oh yeah, I've seen Dexter.
He refers to his murderous side as his dark passenger,
Yeah.
and that's what my raccoon friend reminded me of.
Oh, okay.
The raccoon becomes excited, see her like her other side. Maybe not. I don't know. That's the best I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. Um, I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way.
What? Knives? Knives and slicing things? As people can relate to?
It could just be actually about, like, kind of addiction. Everyone has an urge to do something, and feeding that raccoon is your urge.
Right. Okay.
That could make more sense than my original one, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. Yeah. Different people can relate to that. It just... the use of the knife worries me.
Do sharp objects scare you, Gary?
When they're glistening in the night and they're talking about feeding an urge, yes.
I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies.
See? Unusual hobbies.
That could be anything, Gary. Come on.
He's a murderer.
No, Yuri is great. Come on. It's sort of those things I'm usually forced to keep to myself.
Please continue keeping them to yourself.
So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. So, I'm just imagining someone be like, "You're a murderer, what a loser." Don't you have anything like that, Ron?
Well, I like to torture puppies. Yeah, I guess I do. Oh.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Indeed. Good listener. This
whoa,
one.
Whoa.
What?
Did you see that?
No.
The text at the bottom deleted itself and then typed it itself again.
Okay. Did it say the same thing?
Yeah, I did, but that's still disheartening.
Inserting?
Yeah, disconcerting, whatever. It's concerning.
Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's...
Yeah, it's nothing. It's definitely nothing.
Maybe it's just my computer hiccuping. I would have been more I missed it, but I would have been more worried if it started out to say something and then started over and said this.
I can't tell you exactly what it was because I didn't stare at it. I just saw words disappear and then words type again.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it said the same thing, but I saw N and then a couple of words and then it disappeared and then it said next. You better look on that recording, Gary.
We'll be able to look at the recording, yeah, and I'll be able to see.
Maybe I'm going insane.
Yeah, good. The visual novel's working then. It's working on your psyche, like it should.
Goody.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to Nasuke. Nasuki. What? How do you say it? Natsuki. Okay.
We can always do one more recording.
You want to?
As long as I can get a second cup of coffee.
Okay, fine. We'll do one more then. I think this is interesting, and Natsuki is my favorite, so.
All right.
We'll do her next. See you then. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.